All right, what's up, guys? March Madness starts tonight, I believe. We think we got some first four games. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do my bracket, man. Just have some fun. Do the bracket. Let me go. Let know what you guys think. I'm probably gonna think I'm an idiot, but that's how brackets go. Up first, we're not even gonna waste any time with this. We're gonna go ahead and pick Auburn. Who gives a crap about the 16 seeds? Louisville Creighton, a good round one matchup. Uh, I think Creighton's been Louisville's just been terrible lately. I think good year for Louisville, but they played in a weak ACC. Now Creighton did play in a weak Big East, but Creighton's been here. I mean Louisville has two. Don't get me wrong, like they're a great basketball program, but as of lately, I'm talking about like Creighton. Yeah, I'm gonna go Creighton. Michigan and UC San Diego. Now UC San Diego is a really good team. Michigan's very shaky. Like they could get blown out, but then they could go in and win the Big Ten tournament. I mean, like I think Michigan gets the edge here slightly. I think that could be an upset though. All right, Texas A&M and Yale. Upset. A lot of people are picking the. I mean the Ivy League kind of owns the SEC. I mean you remember 2 years ago, 15 seeded Princeton in the second round taking down 7 seeded Missouri. And last year, this Yale team is a 13 seed, taking down the SEC tournament champion Auburn. But yeah, I think Texas. Sorry guys, I got a text. I think Texas A&M's gonna go ahead and get it done right here. All right, Ole Miss and the winner of the playing game tonight. I believe that one's tonight. San Diego State and North Carolina. I think San Diego State wins that game, but I think Ole Miss wins this first round game. All right, this is another upset a lot of people are picking. Iowa State and Lipscomb. I don't know how to say that. That sounds like a type of seafood. Lipscomb. But yeah, I'm not picking that upset. I'm gonna go ahead and go Iowa State. I think I'm not as low on Iowa State as some people are. Marquette and New Mexico. Marquette's had a little bit of a down year this year. New Mexico's a really good basketball team. This one I'm kind of 50-50 on. I'm going to pick New Mexico. I'm going to do it. Michigan State and Bryant. I'm going to go. I think Michigan State's a really good team this year. I'm going to pick Michigan State. All right, on to the West region. We got number one seeded Florida and Norfolk State. Yeah, we're not going to waste any time. Like I said, we're not going to waste any time with any of it. There's no worth looking at this year as far as 1 and 16 seeds go. All right, UConn and Oklahoma. Very interesting first round matchup here, 8v9. Oklahoma, of course, like they had the heartbreaking loss to Kentucky in the SEC tournament after they got the big win over Georgia in the first round, and they come in as a 9 seed. Now this is a Jeremiah Fears is a monster. I mean, like, I was low on him all year. He's a monster, and I think this is a bad matchup for UConn. But I can't go against. I don't think UConn's getting first rounded, even though it is off here for them. All right, Memphis and Colorado State. I'm gonna pick the upset here. I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all. I'm not that high on this Memphis team in Colorado State. I mean, like they looked really good in that conference tournament. Maryland and Grand Canyon. I think this is a bad matchup for Grand Canyon. I remember Georgia playing them earlier this year, and I believe they weren't very big. I could be wrong though. And Maryland's dominates down low. All right, Missouri and Drake. This is another upset some people are picking. It's 11v6. I mean, Missouri's a very shaky team. They could come out and they could beat Drake by 20, or they could come out and Drake could beat them by 15 points. I'm very optimistic about this one, but Drake kind of reminds me of that Florida Atlantic team a couple years ago. I'm gonna pick Drake. As 6-seeded Missouri goes down, another upset. 3-seeded Texas Tech and UNC Wilmington. Seen some people pick this upset. I like this Texas Tech team a lot. Excuse me. I'm gonna go ahead and pick Texas Tech. Kansas and Arkansas, another very interesting first round matchup. John Calipari likes to choke in the tournament every year. Kansas, another disappointing year. They're the most mediocre team I've ever seen play on the face of the planet. And yeah, I think Arkansas is just too talented. I mean, I think they're more talented than Kansas on paper. Honestly, like it's in my opinion. Whatever. I'm gonna pick Arkansas. That could go either way though. St. John's and Omaha. I think St. John's is very overrated. I think this upset could happen, but I mean, like, I think St. John's gets the dub there. All right, we're gonna go ahead and go up here to the East region between, and yeah, we're just gonna pick Duke. Not gonna waste any time there. Mississippi State and Baylor. Mississippi State's, yeah, they're very streaky. Baylor was a Final Four contention, had Final Four intentions at the beginning of the year. Didn't work out. And I think Mississippi State's just a bad matchup for Baylor, and I think Mississippi State gets the win. Oregon and Liberty, another upset a lot of people are picking. Oregon, very interesting season for them. Yeah, like, just go look at their schedule, man. Like, wow. Sorry, guys, if y'all hear that. Cat won't shut up. And Liberty, I mean, like, they've been in the NIT a couple times lately. Finally in the tournament, though, and I want to pick this upset so bad, but I'm going to go with Oregon. I'm going to give Oregon the edge because Liberty just hasn't been here. Shut up, Cat. Arizona and Akron. Another upset a lot of people are picking. This Arizona team got hot down the stretch, and I think they just edge out Akron right here. No, this is an upset I know some people are picking, but I know a lot of people aren't going to like. I'm going to pick VCU to beat BYU. BYU's a real... I was high on BYU, but, like, this VCU team, man, I think they got that dog in them, you know? Now, Wisconsin and Montana. Now, this is an upset. I just got a feeling it's going to happen, but I'm not going to pick it. Because, like, Wisconsin's just, you know... sometimes they're dominant. Sometimes they're... Yeah, whatever. St. Mary's and Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt's on a 3-game losing streak coming into this tournament. Lay off Vanderbilt, guys. Pick St. Mary's. Even though St. Mary's played absolutely nobody besides Gonzaga this year. 2-seeded Alabama and 15-seeded Robert Morris. Robert Morris. That's got to be like somebody's grandfather, bro. This is not a D1 basketball team, bro. I swear, bro. This sounds like the local rec team, and they didn't have enough teams to fill the conference champions to fill the tournament, so they just chose the local rec team from wherever this game's being played. This 2v15 matchup, but yeah. We're going to pick Robert. Nah, I'm playing. We're not picking the rec team to beat Alabama. I don't know. The rec team could beat Alabama if Alabama shoots how they did. I don't remember who they played in the SEC tournament, but they couldn't shoot. So they lost because that's how Alabama is. Houston and I believe that's SIU Edwardsville. Don't know what the SIU is. Don't care because they're going to lose to Houston. All right, here we go. The Bulldogs and the Bulldogs. Georgia not made the NCAA tournament since 2015. Gonzaga looking for a 10th straight, I believe, Sweet 16 appearance, maybe 11th straight. But, yeah. Very interesting matchup here. Nobody's giving Georgia a chance. And whenever Georgia's had their backs against the wall this year and nobody's giving them a chance, Georgia's always won, and I'm going to pick my Bulldogs. We got that dog in them. We got that dog in us. Silas Demery, Asa Newell. Get it done, boys. Clemson and McNeese. Who the heck is McNeese? I've seen some people pick this upset as well, but I like this Clemson team a lot. Purdue and High Point. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and pick High Point to take down Purdue because Purdue is Purdue. They're going to get all Purdue-y. All right, number 6 seeded Illinois taking on the winner of the game tomorrow night, Texas and Xavier playing game. I think Texas wins that playing game, but I think Illinois wins this first round matchup. Kentucky and Troy. Now, I don't know much about this Troy team. I know this Kentucky team's injured though. But I think they win this game. I still like this Kentucky team. 7-seeded UCLA and 10-seeded Utah State. I think UCLA is very overrated. Utah State's been here a lot lately, and I think they get the job done and get the upset. All right, 2-seeded Tennessee and 15-seeded Wofford. I think Tennessee's overrated, but I don't think they're that overrated. Auburn and Creighton, very interesting second-round matchup because of how cold Auburn's been lately. Of course, I didn't talk about the 1 seeds at all because I don't give a crap about the 16 seeds. I didn't really talk about their games, so we'll talk about the 1 seeds here in the second round. But, yeah, I think Auburn's going to just skate past Creighton, man. I think they get them. All right, Michigan and Texas A&M. I think once Michigan's hot, they're hot, man. And I think they take down Texas A&M. Shut up, Cat. All right, Ole Miss and Iowa State. Ole Miss, they could be a Final Four team, or they could flop in the first round and lose by 20. I think Iowa State's going to get this win, man. Yeah, I know a lot of people don't like Iowa State, but I'm not. I kind of like them, man. I think they're okay. New Mexico and Michigan State. I think Michigan State gets the job done. I just don't think Marquette's that good this year. I think New Mexico got a pretty good draw. Off year for Marquette and the Big East as a whole. Florida and UConn. UConn's quest to three-peat ends right here to the hands of Florida because Florida's just a way better team. Shut up, Cat. Maryland and Colorado State. This is going to be a good game, man. I think Maryland skate past them and avoids the upset. Now, I said I like this Tech. Now, move on to the next matchup. I said I like this Texas Tech team a lot, but I also said this Drake team reminds me of Florida Atlantic. Oh, this is a tough one. I think Drake pulls the upset, man. I'm gonna pick, Arkansas and St. John's. Are we gonna see a John Calipari special here, or are we gonna see St. John's is really the overrated team? I think they are. I think they are. Excuse me. Yeah, St. John. Okay, I'm gonna pick Arkansas to get the upset. So two double-digit seed. We're gonna have at least one double-digit seed in the Elite Eight now. In my bracket, Duke and Mississippi State. Mississippi State is just not that great. I mean, they did play in the SEC, but I mean, Duke's they're too good, man. I mean, like that game, that ending against North Carolina was not pretty. I mean, they got the win without Cooper Flagg, but he'll be available for the tournament even if he's not 100%. That's all Duke needs, man. And I think Josh Hubbard and Mississippi State go home here in the second round against the Blue Devils. All right, 5-seed Oregon and 4-seed Arizona. Almost said Arizona State. Texas worst nightmare, Arizona State. Oregon and Arizona. This is an interesting matchup, man. Arizona loves losing in the second round. So, you know what? Former Pac-12 rivals here in the second round. I'm going to pick the Ducks to send the Wildcats home. All right, VCU and Wisconsin. I just don't like this Wisconsin team that much. I'm going to pick the VCU. St. Mary's and Alabama. St. Mary's just doesn't rebound, and I think Alabama's going to be able to hit enough shots to send St. Mary's home here in the second round. All right, here we go. My Georgia Bulldogs, 9 seed, looking for upset against number 1 seed Houston. And I'm not going to be that biased. I think Houston sends us home here in the second round, sadly. Hopefully not, though. Hopefully that's the game that busts my bracket. 5-seeded Clemson and 13-seeded High Point. High Point's run will end here. I like this Clemson team a lot, guys. Game against Louisville was not pretty, man. But I still like this Clemson team a lot. All right, 6-seeded Illinois taking on 3-seeded Kentucky. I think Kentucky skates by Illinois. Injured Kentucky team. Yeah, man. I think they skate by, man. Utah State and Tennessee. Shoo. I'm going to do it. I'm going to pick Utah State to take down Tennessee. I'm going to do it, man. I don't like Tennessee, man. I think they're overrated. All right, here we go. Auburn, 1-seeded Auburn, 5-seeded Michigan as we start picking the Sweet 16. And Auburn's run out of gas, man. Michigan's run continues under a first-year head coach from worst to first, Michigan. As here we go to the next round. Now, I've been giving Iowa State some love this video, but I don't think they're elite. It's not like I think they're elite. I'm not going to glaze that hard, guys. And we're going to have Michigan and Michigan State in the Elite Eight. Oh, boy. After the way that game ended the other day, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, they planted the flag in the middle. They were standing in the middle of the court, something like that. And I didn't watch that game, but still, I heard about it, saw it. Florida and Maryland. Yeah, I think this Florida team's just too good, man. And I think Maryland goes down right there. Drake and Arkansas. Time for another Coach Calipari special. Drake moves on. All right. Duke and Oregon. And I think Oregon's a little over their head right here, and I think Duke's going to blow out Oregon. All right, here we go to a pretty interesting matchup right here, VCU and Alabama. I know VCU's got good guards. I think Alabama's got enough size down low, and I think they hit enough shots to just skate past VCU here in the Sweet 16 and move on to play Duke in the Elite Eight. All right. Houston and Clemson, man. Great matchup. I think this Houston team's really good. They could easily win a national championship this year, I think Clemson, man. I think Clemson gets the job done. All right, beat up Kentucky playing Utah State, and Utah State. This would be a good game because of how beat up Kentucky is, man. Maybe they'd have someone back, a couple of those guys back by now, but I think Kentucky skates by either way. And they move on to the Elite Eight to play Clemson. So I cannot speak right now. All right, Elite Eight, Michigan State rivalry, man. Got some interesting Elite Eight matchups here. Michigan State. I think because of the experience of Michigan State, I think Michigan State gets the job done and they beat Michigan again. But it is a rivalry, so you never know. On to the next region. Florida and Drake, our Cinderella story, Drake, is going to end right here in the hands of Todd Golden's Florida Gators. Todd Zepeto. Who said that? Don't know. Florida. Yeah, Florida takes down Drake, and we go up here. The biggest basketball school of all time taking on the biggest football school of all time, arguably. The biggest basketball school of all time. And Duke's going to get the win because Alabama is going to run out of their shooting abilities at some point. Clemson, Kentucky. Kentucky finally runs out of gas against this really good Clemson team, man. As Clemson will go to the Final Four to take on ACC rival Duke. All right, two-seeded Michigan, Final Four, two-seeded Michigan State, one-seeded Florida. And I think the Gators get the win here over Michigan State. To go to the championship game to take on, who will they be taking on? Duke. The Duke Blue Devils, man. As they take down Clemson. Not once again, because they lost to Clemson, my bad. All right, here we go. National championship. Florida and Duke. Who's it going to be? Will the SEC finally get a championship home? Or will Duke finally bring it back home for the first time since Lord knows when? Don't even know. 2016, maybe? Yeah, I think so. I don't think it's going to happen, though. I think Florida gets the win, man. As much as I hate it, man. Go Dogs. But, let's go 157. Yeah, we'll do that. But, yeah, that's my bracket, guys. Let me know what you think. Tell me your guys' brackets. And, yeah. That's my bracket, man. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Share, like, subscribe. You know. See you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed.